Blue is so ready to go to work, and Red is so ready to go up there and sabotage. I just told the ladies it was time to go out. They started to move. Maybe they think it's too cold to go out. Yeah, weatherman lied. They said 33 or 34, depending on which you looked up. 28. Typical. 28 in freezing fog. Anybody like that? And Tylen's house sitting for Ron, so she's on the other side of the hill. That hill can be a bitch. A little ice on the ground. Ladies, out up, please. Blue. Blue. Easy. Easy. See, that's how it's done. They get on the move, and they leave them alone. Blue, easy. And Red's got to be over here. He's just got to try. He's being good, though. Good dogs. And they really liked the bale I put in that one, because we just put a new bale in there yesterday. Yesterday? Day before. And that one have been in here for a while. Oh well. It is what it is. They like some better than others. You can have bales that all came out of the same field, one right after the other, and there'll just be one that they want to eat or one that they don't want to eat. I forgot to mention, or maybe I did, I don't know. I redid this. And there's still water in it. I don't know if it's going in right in there, or if it's still got something around there. I do got another idea though. I may extract this off of here and put it on one of those. Or another one, they always used to be styrofoam. Glue some styrofoam to it. I don't know, kind of pisses me off. I was hoping that would have come out and worked right. I got too much goofing around in it. So I guess I'm done with it. Well, I put more shit on it. I really hadn't done much there. I'd already done a second coat there and there. And that little corner, I mean, every time I did anything with this, water was coming out from between that mount and the float. So that little corner just still wasn't sealed up, so now it is. Give it another chance. You know, I don't know what those floats cost now, but when we bought them 5, 10, 15 years ago, they weren't cheap. They were like $25. That's why I've kind of done whatever I've had to do to make them work. Yeah, that's why it's really cheap to epoxy that fitting and have them hold up. And you know, maybe I'm thinking hindsight, maybe I should have epoxied that. I don't know. But I figured with as little of water as in there, I mean, there's just enough that barely makes any noise. You know, if it's a pinhole in the top, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It really shouldn't be an issue. If it's, you know, from basically about that angle around this way, yeah, it's gonna be an issue. Something else I need to do today too. This is my old watch. It died on the 10th. Yeah. So I had another brand new one sitting in the trailer. It's on my wrist now, but the problem is it's screwing with the nerves to my hand, because I got screwed up nerves at my wrist from trying to cut my wrist off, and the band's too freaking tight. So I gotta change bands. I think that band is on I think that's the 4th or 5th watch it's on. And one thing about Timex, they still make the same one. I've had that same exact watch for over 20 years. I get 4 or 5 years out of them. The first couple I changed batteries in. Guess what? You get 4 or 5 years out of it the way it is. When the battery dies and you put a new battery in it, maybe you'll get a month. Maybe you'll get a year. It ain't worth it. So when the batteries die, toss them. And no, I don't put them in the garbage. They go in the scrap because it's all stainless. What's inside's brass. So earlier I said I went ahead and got that because the sides were already pretty well done, right? There's a wet spot on the floor. Oh, come on. There you go. You can kind of see them. There's water drippies. So, since it's been in that position the whole time, the only place the water's going to drip out, that's the top of the float, by the way, is the top. So I guess, since I think, keyword I think, the rest of it should be cured enough that I can turn it over. I'm going to turn it over and get that dried off and spray the top.
I just want to point out this was my idea to use the Flex Seal.
Yeah, whatever.
It was, because I gave you 2 options.
I thought about that, or JB Weld, or, you know, who knows. Maybe I should have just used JB Weld on it rather than trying to weld it together to begin with. I don't know. Anyway. And it's freaking chilly in here today, too, even though the furnace is always set to 50 degrees. The 99% humidity and fog just zaps the heat out of everything.
It was 20 degrees this morning.
Yeah, they know it was 28 degrees this morning.
No, it was 20 degrees at 2 a.m. where I was.
Oh, well, you were in your own little world. I don't think it was 20 at 2 a.m.
That's what the thing said on the wall. It was 20 degrees.
Somebody was out there with some dry ice holding underneath it.
It wasn't me.
By the way, these things came the other day. 20 of them. They did not have the hole in them, so I drilled the hole in 10 of them. There's 10 in the box. This is my second attempt at a spindle for it. That's the first one. I was trying to just let the tape do it. Nah, it didn't work out so well. But a rubber, a nut just for a spacer to hold it centered, and a washer and a wing nut hold tension on it. Don't want to get it too tight. It actually went pretty quick. I got 3 colors done, and now another one. Yep, umbilical cord hooked up. Yeah, I was hoping warmer today and being run yesterday, but yeah, little Cummins, they just got to have a little more oomph to turn them over. And really screw things up. 3 of our steers and the 2 neighbors' steers were supposed to go in today. I just found out from the neighbor what the next kill date is that we have for the rest of them. 4th of December is the next one. My mother didn't bother to tell the neighbors that their 2 were going in today. So their 2 are out on pasture, nowhere near where they can get them locked up and in so we can take them in. So Ty is back there right now after separating the 3. I got to get back there. We're going to load them, and then she's going to try to get the other 2 separated, so we still have 5 for today's kill date. Gotta love it. Yeah. Make my day great. But on a plus side, I redid the spool stuff and made it work good. And now I'm going to see if this thing is going to fire, because that one almost did. That battery's over 10 years old, and she just doesn't like it. But that's got a good alternator on it, so hopefully there's enough. We will see. If so, you'll see a bunch of smoke. Well, you know, because there's nobody to ask permission, I'm just going to do it, and you can't tell where we're at anyway. We have 2 in this first pen, 3 in the next one. Then there's 2 empties, and there's 2 pens at the far end with piggies in them. And unless you've actually been here, you have no idea where we're at. But they got a nice kill floor in there. Ty's finishing up the paperwork. we kind of goofed on some of the numbers because we got tag number 942 and tag number 944, and their processing tag number that's stuck on their shoulders is switched between the two. Just happens that 942 and 940, whatever, whichever ones they are, anyway. So on the paperwork you look across and your tag number, blah blah, with a not matching tag, because it matches the one on the next line down. I thought that was funny. If we'd have thought about it, we could have made it work out right, but oh well. So this part of the day's done. As soon as she's done with paperwork, I shove it in my pocket and go home. And she's gonna go visit a friend tonight, so yay, that means I gotta clean the trailer up and feed. In case you're wondering, yeah, it's fun getting through there. I mean, this thing gets around nice anyway, but it was still 3 or 4 shots to get around the corner where I needed to be. And I didn't even move that water trough. I literally swung right in there. And yes, it is touching, but it is still sitting exactly where it was. Well, yeah, that's the fun part. And the trailer's peeing. Becky's hosing it out. It ain't too bad considering. It's been a lot worse before. Say hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Yeah, she's worried I might get a little on me. Anyway, she's gonna do that. I'm gonna go feed. I know I'm not shutting it off till I figure out where I'm gonna park it. Should park it where I can reach it to charge the batteries, maybe. Figured I better get this finished product. Just put 14 gauge in this one, 16 in that one. I had to drill a hole in them, hook the wire through. Actually worked out pretty good once I made the second deal for it, so it had the rubber washer. And these things were $16 for 20 of them, free shipping. And I honestly can't tell you what the wire was when we got it. It was not spooled, was one reason it was so cheap. But what I do remember is I couldn't have bought, I don't think I could have bought 3 100-foot spools from Napa for what we paid for all that wire. And we used a lot of it on the sprayer. That's what we got it for, because I was going to do so much wiring. So, hey, we had, I don't know, hour and a half probably screwing around to get them rolled up. But money savings is money savings, and my time's free. And that still has a drip of water on it. Yeah. I'm going to let that sit till morning and then flip it over and make sure it's dry and give it a little more, and hopefully it's going to work. And now, weasel that thing out of there and back it around out back again. Nice thing, that actually turns way better than the pickup in the trailer. I can make this corner right here, so I can drive back there, and then, the only thing is the mirrors aren't the best on it. I can back the pumpkin better. Hell, I can back the pumpkin with the hopper trailer on it, where you can't see through anything, better than I can back this thing, because you don't move much and you can't see anything because the mirrors aren't that good. Life in the fast lane. Anyway, sorry I didn't show you letting the cows in, but they're already in. Get this thing parked and shut her off and let her take a nap for a week or two. Hope you all had a great Sunday. There's what we got for, I'll let the cows in about 20 minutes. They'll get over it. So thanks for watching, everybody.